chat? Anybody say hello? No, nobody yet. Anyway, somebody's there. Anyway, you're live here. Well, I'm live here from Doctor Lefthandthread Surgery. I'm trying to do a regular slot here on a Sunday night. I'm going to call it the Sunday Surgery, of course. 9 p.m. UK time. I don't know what that is where you are if you're in another part of the world. But anyway, I'm going to keep it sort of in the same slot if I can, because I've been moving the slot around. How's Martin? Good to see you in the chat. I've been moving things around. I'm doing Monday Night Madness, Monday Night Makita Madness. I've done Saturday Night Battery Craziness, all sorts of things. So you wouldn't know where I would be, but hopefully it'll be easier to find me on the live from now on, because I'm going to try and do a Sunday at this time, wherever you are. First of all, I want to tell you about something. Oh, BW is Electronic. Good to see you, man. You're probably just listening on, are you? The Sunday night suit you, BW is Electronic. I was telling everybody that I'm going to do a Sunday night from now on, or Sunday afternoon, probably we are. Probably 3 p.m. we are. I was going to tell you about a news. It's following on from what another YouTuber said a few months ago. Tools with Souls, Robert over at Tools with Souls, is a great guy, very prominent in the tool community. Totally switched on, knows what's going on, has his finger in the pulse. He mentioned that Honda small engines were pulling out of North America. There's Darren Irvine. Big Darren, good to see you. Good to see you. Big Darren's a legend. Anyway, they're pulling out of North America with the small engines, like in their pressure washers, generators, whatever. So it come to my attention this week. I didn't think it would affect us too much over here in Europe or whatever, but come to my attention this week that there was a company who was supplying Honda pressure washers, can't get any engines. I'm going to inquire into it. Their engines are coming from Canada, so if you have any Honda engine devices that you want to get, there's Uncle Ivan, good to see you. If you have any Honda engine devices that you want, like a, I don't know, pressure washer, generator, whatever. Shrek is in what? You saying I'm Shrek? I've been called worse. I've been called Uncle Fester, Dr. Evil. Who else? Oh, the guy from Despicable Me. I'm him as well. So I don't mind, whatever. So, Tools with Holes. You call him Shrek? No, he's not stupid. He knows. But if you want any Honda engines, devices, get them now, buy them now at any price, because you'll not get them in 6 months' time, I think. I was telling you all last week, whoever's here, I nearly won the battery lottery, but if something happened, I didn't get any batteries. But there's been an upturn of fortune this week. I was supposed to get a pallet of batteries last week, faulty batteries that were for dumping or whatever, but that fell through. But since I've had a bit of good fortune, I have procured these 3 wonderful batteries. You can see them. 2 9 amps and a 6 amp flex volt. And these batteries came to me faulty. They're now the property of Doctor Lefthandthread Media Incorporated. But the good news is, 2 of them are no longer faulty. And how this happened was, I started off with this one. And now, this was flatter than the hedgehog in the highway. It was showing 2 volts at the lower range and 6 volts at the higher range. However, Doctor Lefthandthread doesn't give up. So what I done was I hooked it up to this DC power supply. I could have used the jump start method, but this is a better way. Hooked it up to this, brought it up to 17 volts over 5 hours. Then it took a full charge. Now it's back in business. This one was a little more tricky, however. This one was showing 1 bar. Anybody else in the chat? Just checking the chat, that's okay. This one's showing 1 bar, wouldn't take a charge. So what I done was, first of all, I ran it down. I used this battery adapter with a USB on it. This is a battery adapter that adapts DeWalt tools to Makita. Put that on, put a USB on it to a light, and ran it down flat. Then repeated the same process, brought up to 17 volts with the power supply, then took a charge. So if you want to see how to do that, I have a video out this very day. It's been out for about 3 years now, if you want to see how to do that. So there's been an upturn of fortunes in the battery lottery. I had a little battery one fall, and I'm told, maybe, cross your fingers, that I'll be getting more batteries that way gradually over a period of time. So that should be a slight upturn. Also, I'm wearing my DeWalt t-shirt. It's been a good DeWalt week here in Doctor Lefthandthread surgery, because I got one of these on, and she's back in business. She belongs to my friend Kevin McCartney. Now Kevin fixed this himself. He serviced the hammer, and he made a good job of it, because I didn't have to service the hammer. What was wrong, one of the brushes, the spring broke off it, and also the wires, the connections were bad on the wires. They weren't staying on too well. So I used my soldering iron, solder the wires, and I used my hot glue gun to stick the wee wires in place so they wouldn't bounce out in the SDS. So it's been a very good DeWalt week here at the surgery. Also, if you're fairly new to the channel, you might have seen some of my older videos. Oh, did you, Paul Cook? Yes, good man. If you're new to the surgery, you might miss some of the wacky builds that I've done and some of the crazy stuff that I buy. This here is, I suppose, hold on. If we put this on, it'll be a flexible chainsaw. Hold that. That's the craziest thing I ever bought. If you've never seen that, there's a video on that, and it's been out since January. It's doing quite well, but just if you want to see it. I'm going to take the battery off this because I'm not going to be Doctor Lefthandthread if I mess about with that too much. I'll be Doctor No Left Hand. And even further back, I have an interesting device for you. This is the Clark wrench that was for, like everything else that I get, for the dump. You know, see the light yet? Oh, aye, the SDS star. Aye. But that's a wee tip. Hot glue gun, stick them on. And when you have the hot glue on, and if you have to change the brushes again, you just melt it off a heat gun. Or pick it off with a screwdriver, it's not that strong. This is a Clark wrench, 24 volt, was using NiCad batteries. But I don't call it the Clark wrench now, I call it the Clarkosonic 5000. Because I put a Panasonic battery adapter on it. And I put these big badass 28.8 volt Panasonic batteries on it. And there's a video on that, if you've ever seen it. And that thing will take off the wheel nuts like nothing normal. It's actually perfect. It's not a really brushed motor, but it goes well. So if you're quite new, there is them things. And any questions in the chat? Anybody want to know anything else? See, there's somebody messaging. Aye, that attachment, that chainsaw attachment ain't that good because it's not self-oiling. There's no oiler on it. You have to spray it by oil if you're using it. I was using it a while today, just for the crack. And you see, the chain's not over tight, but it's starting to burn the bar for the lack of oil. Look at that. So that's a crazy wee thing. I saw something on one of the DeWalt forums earlier on today, and it's an interesting one. It's a bit of a talking point, I think, we should consider. There's some guy asked the forum, how do you remove this from your flexible battery? Obviously you push the button to get off. And he was absolutely getting savaged. He was getting savaged in one of them DeWalt forums today, just because he was trying to pull that off. But I put up a comment, I put up a 3-second video of me doing this here, and put just one message, #be kind. Because there's always something. Hello, is he from Glasgow? That's a new man. Local to origin. Anyway, there's always something we don't know. There's plenty of holes in my knowledge because I'm self-taught. I depend on other people to help me out. Sometimes I ask questions, whatever. Just to savage a guy for not knowing something simple is, I think, not fair. It's alright if you're in the building site and you're slagging off your mate for doing something stupid, or so maybe your family or sibling or whatever. That's par for the course. That toughens us all up. Bought something oil in the chain. Probably. I could do that. But I don't think that savaging people on the internet for no reason has any point. But I was thinking of putting up something stupid sometime to see if we can get them to go at me. No, I don't know. Because I did actually use that to my advantage, if I'm honest. About nearly a year and a half ago, I put up the thing about the Makita charger that plays the music, plays different wee tunes if you put it on the battery a few times. Exactly, there are some stupid questions, not only ignorant answers is right. One of Railway's new saws is oilless. I can't see the point in that. That seems bonkers to me. Saw needs oil. That how thing's burning up. I was only messing around with. But like I was saying, about a year and a half ago, I put up the wee charger, the wee rapid charger from Makita that plays the tunes, plays all these wee different types of music. If you push it out on the battery when it's charging, we're just registering the charge sort of thing. And I put that up in the Makita forum on Facebook, and they're absolutely coming after me. They're savage me. They're calling me stupid and saying, "Oh, I knew that 5 years ago," and all this old crap, But I let it stay up because I noticed that they were all piling on like flies on a dung heap. They're all piling on me, laughing emojis and all this crap. But I noticed that my views for that video were soaring, so it helped my channel. So I need a few more trolls to get on me with some nonsense. I need to do something really stupid, but I can't think how to do it. And don't forget to give the wee stream a like when you're on your way in. I know sometimes it's easy to forget. That's if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to. But we're 13 minutes in. I was thinking of keeping this stream short because I'm not doing any repairs tonight. But I will do repairs in the future on the stream. Haven't got my setup fully done yet because I'm waiting on a bench and I haven't got it wired for electricity yet, though I can improvise in the meantime. I'm waiting on a bench and hopefully it's a week away. Hopefully it's only a week away, and then I'll get down to fixing some stuff on here. But I think I should continue on with the battery content because it's doing well for me. Anybody else think anything different, or anybody out there? I'm going to ask the audience, what kind of stuff do you prefer to see in my channel? Because you're my audience. This is the only chance you get to really communicate with you. So I'm going to wait to see if you can come up with answers. Hopefully there's no lag in the stream or no. Do you mean the bench? I'm getting the guy to build me a bench actually. I'm not building it myself because I can't do everything. And there is holes in my knowledge. Like I say, I am self-taught with this nonsense. And when I get stuck, I ask questions. We all need help from time to time. There's some very, very good engineers. I've actually learned from this idiot. So what do you do? See anybody else? What do you want to see? What do you want to see in this channel? Do you want battery content? Do you like the ordinary bog standard repairs? Do you like battery content? Good man, a good mad scientist build. I think I'm going to try and do more of the good mad scientist builds in the future. The thing is, I was waiting on something to come on. There was something to come on to me on the 22nd to do a bit of a mad scientist build. I was hoping to have something ready for you tonight, but it hasn't come on. The courier's let me down. But I'm going to keep going with them. Definitely more mad scientist stuff, more the better. And I thought I'd come to the end of the rope at the end of the road for the battery content, but I think it's going to continue. I got a new lease of life with these batteries. I couldn't believe I got the two of them going. Unbelievable. But it could be something worth trying, and anybody out there has got some 9-amp batteries, you could watch that video I put up tonight, and it might work out for you. Like for the price of those batteries, if you get 3 of them going, that's a good day's work. But anybody, I don't know what you could pay today, but that'd be a good day's work for anybody. I'm trying to think what else I have for you that would be. Oh, I go back to the thing about people savaging people for not knowing stuff. Here's something simple. A DeWalt charger. And you have to push that a little neck to get that on. We all know that. And it's on now. But I had a couple of guys that were just setting it on like that and saying the charger's not going. Now, I didn't savage them for it. I just showed them politely what was wrong. There's no point being in there. Like we're all learning. And the fact that people that I respect and people that I know are really good at what they do can actually learn from my nonsense gives me joy. Anybody else? Uncle Ivan, he has no request from me. His tools are not crapping out. So what kind of tools have you got, Uncle Ivan? Every day is a school day. And what did any of you learn today? I learned that my female audience has dwindled down to 4.7% from 5.5%. BW Electronic, that's interesting what you're saying. Uncle Ivan's in the Makita. Interesting how when they get away out of balance, they stop instead of getting more time to balance them. The chargers aren't balancing them naturally. So that's probably what happened there. I had to drain them down and then the charger brought them up and they're okay. But there's something I saw you say BW is electronic on somebody else's stream. I think it might have been Tools with Souls. About when you're putting a battery away, if you're not using it for a while, you don't put it away fully charged like that. You put it away like with 2 bars or something. Get the wife to watch. Oh no, she wouldn't want to see me live. That sounds good, doesn't it? She gets to see me live all the time. So what do you think about that, BW's electronic? Why would you saying that, if you're putting away a battery, that you don't put it away fully charged? Obviously, I would argue you don't put it away very drained because the voltage drops, and then you got to bring it up with a power supply or something because the charger won't recognize it. Or maybe BW's electronics busy. Sometimes he listens to the stream when he's at work. So he listens to it sort of like a podcast or a radio station or whatever. So Uncle Ivan's on the Makita platform. And Makita's not bad. I always think, especially on this side of the pond, that the 40 volt stuff, although it's good, is very expensive. Maybe it's worth it, I don't know. So anybody else in the chat? No? Okay. I must show you another wacky thing that I bought one time. I have it here. Where would it be? Where is that? I'm looking for it. I'm assuming you all know about this. On the Makita 6825 screw guns were leading before cordless took over. They were the market leader. You know about this here, the battery tire inflator conversion. There's a video on that if you want to see it. Let's see. Everything's a little bit of disarray over here because sort of moving everything into this department. Oh, there it is. What do you see this for a thing of wondrous beauty? Look at this. This is a 4-inch angle grinder knockoff thing meant to go on Makita batteries. The size of it. And it also got a multi-tool attachment for it. It's a thing of wondrous beauty. If you like wacky stuff, that's as wacky as it gets there. You can get these wee grinder adapters off the old eBay. But that only does a 4-inch grinder with a 10mm nut rather than the 4.5-inch, which is pretty useless for loading. What do we see what you're saying to me now? BW's electronic. I saw some people post about their batteries develop crystals that grow through layers and can damage the battery 50%. It can take longer for it to happen. Don't know about that. Aye, Paul was saying about when you're putting, yeah, you're talking about putting the battery. I'll get off my train of thought there. Anyway, Paul was saying that he can never put his full battery away because obviously he's using them a lot, and sometimes they're put away and they're discharged. So when they're full, they develop crystals. Although before I started this wacky channel, I wouldn't have been using batteries a lot. Let's see if I have this battery in question here. It's probably the blue down history is the only battery probably that I bought. I wonder where it is. There it is. This is the only battery I bought new. I bought some of them damaged and repaired them, and I rebuilt some of them. That battery is 2016. I think I actually bought it in 2016. Now it hasn't been overused. I was using it in the only DeWalt item that I had at that time was the strimmer. I was using it the strimmer all summer. I put it away now in the house. I didn't put it outside or in a car or vehicle or van or anything. I put it inside fully charged. Always charged it up after I used it. It's still going. I don't know. It's hard to say if a battery's charging and discharging how good it is compared to it was new. But last year I did a video on that and ran the strimmer for 11 minutes. A new 6-amp flex volt, a runner for 20 odd minutes. So it must be doing alright. So I don't know. But it's interesting to say not putting them away fully charged. But I would say don't put them away fully discharged because I think the voltage will drop. And Uncle Ivan, thanks for calling on the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying out this more podcast, talking to the camera sort of thing, because I suppose there's plenty of videos coming out, people can see plenty of repairs or whatever. But I will be doing live repairs in the future as well. Went to Midwest Rep Festival yesterday. It's a 3D printing festival, content creators, vendors, and inventors of products and booths. I'd love to go to something like that. I might get a few ideas. But now, if you have anything that you want to see, any requests, or anything that any time you want to ask me a question, comment in any of my videos. My channel's still small enough that I can answer all the comments if I wish to. The only comments I don't answer is ones that oh, thanks, James Henry. That makes me feel good when I hear somebody's got something out of one of my videos. I'll talk about that a bit later. Martin's got a 3D printer. What was I talking about there? Yeah, Martin's got a 3D printer. Martin is my brother. But if Martin's not careful, Martin gifted me that power supply one time. If Martin's not careful, he could be Doctor Lefthandthread's right-hand man. If he's not careful. So James Henry says he saved the battery thanks to my video. So I get that a lot, and that's kind of the point of my channel, to help people that wouldn't normally take out those screws at the bottom of the battery and say, no, not touching that. People that wouldn't open that SDS to change the brushes on it. Them are the people that my channel would speak to as well. And so hopefully some of the rest of you that do know these things get some enjoyment too. But I've even had women contact me that on my comments section saying that they've took the plunge. So Martin's ready to become Dr. Lefthandthread's right-hand man. That's it. There might not be a long interview process. Surprisingly few candidates have applied. Now Martin's got a 3D printer, so I have access to a 3D printer through my sidekick. What's my sidekick going to be called? He can't just be called Dr. Lefthandthread's right-hand man. We have to get him a proper showbiz name. Now a 3D printer seems like a good job. It might be something for me in the future, especially if Martin has one. We might start messing around with that. There might be countless things we can do. Martin might be the silent partner. If he would come on the stream, I would have him on in a heartbeat. I'd have Martin on in a heartbeat, Paul. But I don't think he's. I think he's more camera shy than me. I'd be more the showbiz brother, if there is a showbiz brother in our house. Anything else in the chat? So this stream was meant to be a short one, and I hope you like this format that I'm doing this, talking to the camera. And I'm going to try and keep a regular slot on Sunday night. Maybe do half an hour so I don't keep you all too long. So we're coming up to the 30-minute mark, and so be nice to everybody out there. Let's keep sharing knowledge. Let's keep having a bit of fun. And good night. I'm Dr. Lefthandthread. Dr. Lefthandthread loves you.